government should enlighten parents more. When life happens to you, take responsibility and be liable for the child God has given unto you. So if we keep having such education, and individual, this is a clarion call to everyone, individual, don't say because you have made this money and it's for me and my family alone. Extend the show of love to other people within your community, around you. Nobody expected COVID to happen, and a whole lot happened.
Yeah.
So from there, we start from our environment. The same thing with religious thought organizations.
Yeah.
If the religious organizations also implement these teachings about parental love, about loving one another, about showing care to children, so that they can be well-balanced adults in future, it goes a long way. So government, individuals, organizations all have a role to play to ensure we can curb juvenile delinquency in the society.
Yes, thank you so much for mentioning this religious body, because sometimes you go to some churches, I'm a Christian, you find out where they keep children. Children's section is no go area. But where the adults will sit down in the church and worship God, it's okay. The children are just jump anywhere. Pastors are leaders in religious leader, please look at that direction. Very, very important. As you are sitting comfortably in the church to worship God, make sure your children's section is also made comfortable, so that they will also be part of what is going on. Put a screen in there. As you're teaching there, they'll be watching what is going on in the main hall. Very, very key. These are how some of the ways we can bring them up. You have already, but I see you want to ask the question. I can see talk more.
Yes.
Because the next question will be, what are the effects of juvenile delinquency on parents, government, and society? So you can see, you already mentioned some of them.
Yes. Parents, a lot of parents feel failed when they see their children all around and they lack control. So there's a parental failure in the aspect of parents. And then governments, they still need to do more. They are yet to do. I would say they need to do more. If there are mentoring programs, if there are investments in education.
Local government, particularly local government, that's
from
where
the
you see them.
grassroots. If there are mentoring programs, if there are leadership programs that they can invest in from the grassroots, from local government.
We need to catch them young.
Exactly,
we need to catch them young, for crying out loud.
So if governments are making policy to say, from the school, start a mentoring program. In your organization, start a mentor. The CSR should not cut across, I just want to show off on TV, on social media. It should be impactful. So when it comes to society at large, like we said earlier on, everyone has a role to play. When you see a child erring, not doing things right, you should also be involved to even know why you outside.
Or that child of love, not out of wickedness.
That is the word. Out of love. And let the child be able to differentiate from wrong and right and say, okay, I choose this path. So everybody has one thing or the other to do. We can't keep saying, it's not my child and I don't want to be involved. No. And out of this again, bullying programs should be implemented also in schools. Because lots of people that are going to bullying have self-esteem issues.
Yes.
So that's the issue. So a lot of programs, like I mentioned, mentoring, leadership, growth development, counseling, exactly. So we need to put on all and conflict resolution. Conflict resolution, starting from home.
Yeah.
When one sibling fights with the other, you don't sit on the fence to say, I support this child. Don't compare any child. And even for parents, even for teachers, even for, organizations, everyone. Because these are the issues we keep seeing every day amongst children. And by the time they grow up to be adults, they become a deformed adult, a dysfunctional adult in the society.
A lot to really say about this, because if we do not take care in society, they will overwhelm us. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's sorry how it go where some students or pupils, they are less than between 11 to 13, 14 years, left school to Ikorodu. They are applying to go and court members. They are court. They want to go and fight their opponent at Ikorodu. I don't know how the thing leaked. Police got to know about it and stopped it. You can imagine all of them below 18 years.
Yeah.
That's the children we're addressing now.
Yes.
What are they doing with court? They felt that this is the best way. What about the one they show about 5 years? That one smoking What are they piping?
Shisha?
Piping. She would, in fact, the one that I saw that looked like their leader, she would just pipe and give hand over to the next person, they pipe to the next person, and she was smiling. I said, my God, these are girls so 5. And their parents will be at school. Yes, I know. Some of the things too, the parents may not even know what they are doing.
Yes.
But if you put things in place in your house, your daughter, your son will not even participate in evil. If you put your house in order. I think parents really have much to do to this. Because charity begins at home.
Yes,
Don't leave your children alone for teachers to teach. Take what they do. Pursue money all the time. Or some of you are not even getting the money. No matter how you pursue it, it's not even coming to you. So pursue money all the time and leaving these children that God gave you, it's not the best. You leave house before 6 in the morning, come back 10 or 12 in the night. Next morning, you even look like a stranger in your own home.
That's true.
Please, let us look at it. These things are very important. Not just for a woman to open leg and you climb and you born and that's it. No! Training is more important. Yes. And that's where we are failing it. Yes. We are failing now in this, parents, we are failing. Government help us to also provide few amenities so that we will have if few things are put in place in school, I'm not mentioned now, these things will be concreted in them. They will just internalize it. So whenever any of their friends want to put them to do it, they will say no to it because they already know the difference between good and bad. Teachers, even if it's not in your school curriculum, try and see how you can pattern it as a proprietress or proprietor of a school. See how you can just put it, even if it's not there, so that you also bring out good students in future. Then finally, from this side, how do we inculcate moral principles in young children and youths?
Teach by demonstrating what you want your child to learn and to do.
Practical.
Yes,
really practical. You cannot just want them to be good when you, the father and mother,
you are not good. You are not near good.
So you can't give her what you don't have.
Not at all. Not at all.
So I said again, it starts from the home.
Yes.
Parents, let's start taking care of these children. Even if you're a single mother now, it's not enough for you to allow your son to be or daughter to do all sorts of things. Nothing happened to you. You still work hard as a woman. It is your responsibility to take care of the children.
Yes.
Not them to fend for themselves. Start going to prostitution, start doing so many things to come and put food on your table. And you joyfully eat food that your daughter brought without working. Haba! So these things are wrong. Your son who is not working now comes in home with 150,000 naira and give you, mommy, I bought you clothes. You say, keep that cloth. Where did you get the money? That is training. You should be able to explain where you got the money. You just accepted. Okay, well, it's not my fault. And I want you, be careful. You want to be like Ella in the Bible. So please, because he was not strong in advancing the song. That's why God almost ended the whole family.
Yes.
So please, we have a lot to do. It's not just talking. Things are hard. I'm not doubting that. Yes. There is so. But parents, majorly, we are saddled with that responsibility to take care of the children we brought into this world. Nobody forced you to bring them. So take care of them. And then when we do that, we find out that things go on well. We enter session for question and answer. Vivid view, say as do it.
Thank you for the wonderful exposition. My name is Mr. Champion. My question is, how can NGOs that are into child advocacy generate funds for their projects like skill acquisition for their children, education for children of the streets, orphans, and what have you? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma, for the opportunity. My name is Richard. My question goes thus. How can NGOs create a curriculum, mentorship, and leadership programs for our schools?
Welcome back. The question has already been asked by the audience. I direct them to our guest for her response.
Vivid view.
Say and do it.
How can organizations, especially NGOs, raise funds for skill acquisition and to elevate education in the society? Firstly, you need to convince individuals, organizations you want to seek their money for what they, let them know what you have done. And you must have a story so far.
This is VVView.